So I picked up this HP D330, I think it's a 330. It was missing the side panels and I didn't read the lid. What you're looking at here are pictures of the inside of the machine as I opened it. If you notice, the heatsink and shroud had separated away from the CPU itself, and there was also a lot of dust. So here's a time lapse of me stripping it all down. I daren't turn this on covered in that much dust, because if it does work, it might not work if I turn it on covered in that much dust. And if it doesn't work, well, whatever, it's just an old machine. Some of the screws gave me a bit of a bad time here. I'm just lifting all the lint out of the tower itself. The CPU and heatsink is still covered in all the grease, which the thermal paste grease or whatever you want to call it, and that was covered in lint as well. And so I think cleaning the system out was the best course of action. This is the inside of the case itself. Absolutely filthy. It's just piles and piles of dust everywhere. The whole thing is just disgusting. I was sneezing and coughing all the way through this. And that's the floppy drive in its chassis, or its cage, whatever you want to call it. So I thought I'd stick the case in the shower. Just letting it soak for a minute. And the exhaust shroud for the CPU fan, it's got half an inch of dust on there, and after a bit of a clean out in the sink. It's made by Cooler Master, this, which surprised me. I didn't think Cooler Master did HP stuff, but you learn something every day. And the ribbon cables here, they're all chewed up and screwed up and covered in dust, and I thought I'd give these a quick wipe down and a straighten out to help with cable management later. I was quite happy how these turned out. And here's the crux of the problem. You can see here that the ZIF socket lever is broken and the frame is cracked, so it's not actually moving back and forth as it's supposed to do. But I did manage to put the CPU back in its spot, and you wouldn't believe, but I didn't actually clean all that dust off of the top of that before putting the heatsink back on, because with the CPU socket cracked like it did, I didn't expect it to work. I didn't even clean the Cooler Master fan out either. But you live and learn, so let's put this back together. Just a quick time lapse again of the reconstruction and trying to get the cables nice and tidy as well. The floppy disk housing was irritating to get in. I should have put the floppy disk in the cage before, but I was trying to make it line up with the front of the case. And I forgot about the front speaker. The pegs for that go in a particular way. So hopefully you've just seen me clean this PC down and find the broken ZIF socket on the CPU. That probably explains why maybe the processor had its heatsink removed. I'm not sure even if this machine will boot, so there's only one way to find out. And let's unplug that whole server and plug everything in. Right. You ready? Power on. Oh, and it's turned itself on. Sweet. Huh. Pop. There we go. Spectacular fail. Oh well, you can't save them all. I don't know what went pop, but it's something in there somewhere. Right, off the recyclers I go.